What's up, everybody? It's another Mix It Up podcast. I'm your host, Joel Hawkins, and of course, I'm here with my buddy
H. Jones in the booth.
Okay, so today we're doing BTS Run. I don't know if this is just a song or it's like a video skate. We looked at the time and it was like 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm like, holy crap.
That's like the last 2.5.
That's a long song.
2.5 minute outro?
I don't know if it's that or it's something else. I don't know. I know that we've seen parts of Run on the live stuff.
Okay.
Or heard parts of Run on the live stuff. I know we've seen like when they do the mix and they put like 2 minutes of, each song or something and put it together as kind of like a compilation. Mm-hmm. I know we've seen Run on that a couple times, but I can't remember which one. But yeah, so we're going to check this one out today because somebody told us that it's actually a pretty dope video. So
just say it shorter if you hadn't said
do stuff. Check out our sponsor, MK5 Studios. They do graphics, web design, video. MK5studios.com.
Okay.
You know what? Stop being a prick.
I was saying it with you.
I love you. Anyway, so we're gonna check that went super mean and then super loving right after.
You didn't mean it though. You're still an ass. Whatever.
Well, which part did I not mean?
You didn't mean any of it.
I'm still being nice to you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Obligation. You're on camera. That's it.
Oh.
You're very mean when the camera turns off.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Yeah.
Let's be supremely honest that I'm pretty much exactly the same as I am on camera. I'm just goofy. That's just it. And I'm sometimes dickish. Mm-hmm. Which is fine because we're all a little bit of a dick. Let's check it out. Yeah. That's interesting. He gets this water. Knew it.
You didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't. Yeah. Oh, I thought he was at a gas station again. Nope.
You love gas stations. I don't know why.
No, I'm just saying like the last couple of videos. I mean, they probably came out at the same time. That's why. Like thematically. Now it's train tracks. Okay.
There is trash. Can't believe him.
And littered. Mm-hmm. It's youth. Yep.
그냥 날 태워줘 그래도 밀쳐내줘 이건 사랑에 미친 멍청이의 띵박질 더 뛰게 해줘 나를 더 뛰게 해줘 두 발의 상처만 가득해도 네 얼굴만 보면은 끝나니까 다시 run 난 멈출 수가 없어 run 난 어쩔 수가 없어 이것밖에는 못해 너를 사랑하는 것밖에 못해 다시 run 넘어져도 괜찮아 run 좀 다쳐도 괜찮아 가질 수 없다 해도 난 좋게 바보 같은 운명을 나는 욕해
He hit him so hard.
That was the six.
나를 더 뛰게 해줘 두 넘어져도 괜찮아. 좀 다쳐도 괜찮아. 가질 수 없다 해도 난 좋게. 바보 같은 운명 하나를 욕해. 추억들이 마른 꽃잎처럼 산산이 부서져가. 내 손끝에서 내 발밑에서 달려가는 내 등 뒤로 마치 나비를 쫓듯 꿈속을 헤매듯 너의 흔적을 따라가. 길을 알려줘. 날 좀 멈춰줘. 날 숨 쉬게 해줘.
Oh, now we gotta fight.
Yeah, right. Guys, the truck is faster. That's a dope tunnel, though.
넘어져도 괜찮아. 좀 다쳐도 괜찮아. 가질 수 없다 해도 난 좋게. 바보 같은 운명 하나를 욕해. Don't tell me bye bye. You make me cry cry. Love is so lie lie. Don't tell me bye bye.
Wait, that's not over. Is it? What? Oh, okay.
That makes more sense.
Okay, that does make sense. Okay, because we were looking at 7 minute 30 and we were like,
Yeah.
wait, 7 minute 30. Maybe it's like a short film thing, which they took little breaks in the song pieces. But then I was like, no, this can't be the full thing. And then all of a sudden it's credit scene. Roll credits. Done. Huh. Produced by Hitman Bang. Filmed by Lumpens. Okay. Well, obviously that is fountain of youth. Like Run is youthful hijinks, youthful friendships, knowing that you have control over your immediate universe and that chaos becomes a part of you. Like, because that's what you are when you're in your 20s, like especially early 20s. Holy crap. Early 20s is just psychotic. Like the amount of stuff you're like okay with doing. And then when you get to like Nate Bargatze has a great joke about it, but he's like, in your 20s, you're like, I'll set my house on fire, whatever you want to do. Let's go do it. I'm going, let's go. What are we doing? I don't care. Let's just go do it. And you hit 30s and you're like, how late is it open? And then you're like, I'm going to drive separate. And when he says that, everybody laughs. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened. And then when he said, when you hit 40, then it's different because it's like, I can't believe you would ask me to do that. And then it's like, I'm actually mad at you that you would even think I'd go. And I went, holy crap, that's where I'm at right now. That's exactly what it is. Like I've had people invite me to stuff and I'm like, I'm offended that you would invite me to this. I don't want to go. Stop trying to make me feel guilty for not going. You've even invited me to stuff. Hey, you want to come over and have dinner, play with the kids, take care of the kids? You want me to leave my kids over there with you? And I'm like, no.
My kids talk about you and they haven't really even met you.
I know.
They're like, Joel seems like a cool guy. I'm like, yeah, he is, but you'll never know.
It's that whole thing, man.
Well,
If
just
you
like
act apathetic towards a kid,
They'll
they
get older.
actually end up liking you more. It's the weirdest thing. Like my nieces and nephews. Like I love my niece Kaylee, and I like helped babysit and raise her when she was younger. Because I was in high school at the time and I loved playing with this baby. She was cute and hilarious and made jokes all the time. And even when she didn't speak, she was funny because she'd look at me with the cheese and go, how did my mom come on? And I'd be like, God, you're funny. You're just funny. Now she's married and 20 something. And I'm like, oh, where did the time go? But it's like, but you just look at that idea of youth and you look at it, how much of a chaos reigned person you are at the beginning. You know, when you get first freedom, you're like, I'm gonna do some stupid shit.
Yeah, out on your own for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I got hammered one time and took most of my clothes off and drove outside of my car with my feet and was like doing donuts in a minivan, and people were like, that's weird. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's cool, right? And they're like, weird. And I'm like, I shouldn't have friends in their 30s. This is weird. And I'm like, yeah, it is weird. And thank God I had those friends in my 30s because it made me realize how weird they were. And I went, I don't want to do that. Like when I hit 30, I acted more like I was 35, 40. But it was like I avoided a lot of stuff because I had friends who were in their 30s and would get divorced or do this and just kind of become a turd or someone staying behind, like acting like they're younger. And I was like, man, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. That's not me in any way. I'm going to age because that's what I should be doing. But yeah, watching this, dude, the pillow fight thing, I know probably a lot of people who aren't fans of BTS would make fun of that. But I know that happens because I did it with my roommates. Because with pillows, crumple them up, twist up a little bit, that thing hurts. You can hit hard. Like when he does that uppercut,
he hit the 6.
When he does the uppercut, I was like, oh, I've done that. That's so much fun. Now the pillows exploding, nah, that didn't happen. Most of those pillows were strong enough they could take a beating.
Yeah, that's just when it's a pillowcase with.
And we didn't have feathers. You know, we used the whatever fake stuff they put in pillows.
When I was little, and then I would lay down and stab myself.
Not in my 20s, I didn't have feather pillows.
Not in my 20s, no.
Because your head would just go and like suck into it, and you don't breathe while you're sleeping. I sleep on my stomach. I don't sleep on my back. But yeah, dude, the pillow fights did happen because that way you could be violent without being violent per se.
It's like it's a pillow.
Because if you got in fist fights, someone's calling the cops if they get upset about it, you know? Most of the time people didn't get upset, but every now and then you get someone who gets a little mad, like you hit them a little too hard somewhere, and they're going to be like, you mother, and like get angry. And it's like, dude, we've been hitting each other this whole time. Why are you suddenly angry? You hit me in my eye too much. Like just, and then a fight breaks out, and then you have cops called, and everybody scatters. The minute you hear, what? You hear, whoa, scatter! Like just kids jumping over fences, breaking out through windows. Like,
you gotta run.
I saw a kid that was 260 pounds actually squeeze himself through like a 1x1 window. I was like, I didn't even know that was freaking possible. Are you part cockroach? How'd you do that? Or part rat? He was like, oh, it was easy. You just got to keep rotating. I'm like, that's fur. So weird.
It's just fur.
It's just fur, yeah. He's just fluffy. That's all.
Had my big jacket on that day.
Actually, he did have one of those polo puff jackets. You remember those things? You could be 80 pounds and look like you're 185. Or you could walk into a store and because it's so puffy, but it has restraints on the outer restriction. This is horrible. I know this, but you could walk into a store and walk out with like half the merchandise.
Don't try this at home.
I mean, they don't exist anymore. So
I'm sure somebody's got some.
No, I mean, they don't make them anymore.
At all? Not even Amazon? Nobody? Not even China?
No, they don't do the pockets of puff anymore because they popped so much.
Oh.
And people don't want to have to relinquish returns because I haven't seen any of them. And that's how both of my jackets destroyed was something too sharp snagged it or someone was messing with me. That's how the second one got destroyed. And they didn't pop it, but they like just poked big enough holes in the back 3 that all of a sudden I had flat ones in my back and it looked weird because I lost all the stuffing out of it. But yeah.
The more you know.
I mean, maybe this song means something different. I'm just curious if it's something different. Let's Let's just look it up just in case, just to do our due diligence. We don't always do this, but
Did you notice though in the subway, he's laying on the ground. He walks over. He's got the lollipop and he kind of tilts his head. I immediately saw Friday and Smokey. Man, you got knocked up.
oh yeah. Songs about youth, yeah. Part one of their life on stage, the members were asked about their new album, to which they replied, "It's the second part to our two-part youth story. The songs are about youth." They continued, "Part one explained how youth is tiring and difficult, and it touched on how we feel like we're always on edge. Part two will have more of an adventurous, daring feeling to it. That's why our title of our song is Run. Natural people fail or make mistakes, but I think it's a touchy subject for society as a whole. We want to comfort ourselves by saying that one mistake or failure is not the end of the world," which is 100% true. It's 100% true. And I think there's a lot of stigma when it comes to that. Now, again, it does depend on the mistake, because if you're a person who did something really foobarred to another person, and by foobarred meaning I can't mention it here because it'll get struck down. But I mean, I look at it as this: you could be drunk or on drugs or something, make a mistake, do something stupid. If you realize that, you come to the realization and you grow as a person, never touch drugs or alcohol again, and just kind of make up for it by doing good things for other people. I can forgive a lot of stuff. But if you're someone who does something, asks for repents, and then like habitually line steps again, it's going to be harder and harder for me to forgive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only if you're doing it to me. If you're doing it to other people, I'm not going to be paying attention. It's your life. You do what you want, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to have many people in your life after that. And if you're doing it to strangers on the street, then you might need to be in prison. Just so I'm saying, you can't be doing messed up stuff to other people who you don't know.
Well, we're in Texas. It's a little different.
Which, by the way, that would be like 90% of YouTube, like pranks and punching each other in the face while they run, or getting in fights and filming it and everything.
You remember when pranks were actually pranks? And
yeah, they were clever.
Yeah, now pranks is just like, I saw this girl walks up to this woman outside and she just started throwing up gang signs. Like, why would you that? What? And the girl stops, she puts the phone out, she's like, is there a problem? And she just starts throwing up these gang signs again. And it was like, I guess she just ran across somebody that was in a gang and almost got her ass beat. And she's like, it's a video. She's like, no, bitch, come over here. It's a video. Why would you do that?
Are people that desperate for attention?
It's like gang signs. Like, if you go just randomly talk shit to somebody, that's better than throwing a gang sign. Like, they might be in a gang.
Well, I mean, look at the people who run into stores and grab a bunch of crap and then run out. And what's funny is anytime an employee tries to stop them or do anything, they just talk to them like, hey, get out of my way. I got to do stuff. I got stuff to do. And it's like, no, you just stole like $800 worth of clothing. Yeah, I know. You don't care. I don't care. Like, just go. Mind your business. It's like, dude, what is happening? What is happening right now?
I'm not stealing from you, man.
It's like literally filming the license plate of the car. Did you steal the car? It's got your face full blown. Even if you're wearing a mask and things like that, if they see tattoos or clothing, if they look at other CCTV cameras and they can trace you back to where your origin point is. I mean, it's just, and sometimes it would be like groups of people going and just robbing an entire store. And then they're like, I can't believe I got caught. You got to let me go. I can't do this. It's like, then why do it?
Yeah.
If you can't, it's the same as investing. If you're not okay with losing the money you invest, don't invest it. If you're not okay with it.
Or letting somebody borrow money, same thing.
Yeah.
Anything ain't paying you back.
Just automatically assume it's not happening. So if you're going to rob a place or do a crime of some sort and it happens, you get caught, just accept it. That's what happened. You got caught. So you're screwed. I mean, you did it to yourself. What else can you do?
It was there was a time I got caught speeding, like 100-mile-an-hour speed.
Wow.
Yeah, I literally wanted to see how fast my car could go. That's the only reason.
You couldn't take it to like Rankin or something?
I was at that same age, right? 20s.
Okay, yeah.
But I did it on a straightaway.
Yeah.
It wasn't no twist and turn. There was nobody around, and it was this long, like quarter-mile straightaway.
That's why I was saying Rankin, yeah.
And then I passed this cop, and as soon as I passed him, I just slowed down and just pulled over. And he comes up, he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I want to see how fast my car could go. I've got no excuses. Just give me the ticket. It was dumb. I got caught. Give me the ticket. He's like, "I could take your car for you speeding so much." And like, I know. Just don't do that part. Just give me the ticket.
Just please don't do that part. Please don't take my vehicle.
I just wanted to see how fast it could go. And it lied. It said it can go 110. It got to 102. It didn't get there.
I didn't have enough time. I got arrested. Yeah. So did you get the car taken, or did he give you a warning?
No. He gave me a ticket.
Yeah,
they gave me a ticket.
How far were you above? You were on a highway?
It was like back road highway. So I mean, the speed limit was maybe
55, something like
55, yeah.
You went double the speed limit.
Well, the funny thing, so apparently, if you go over 30 miles over the limit, there's like a cap. So it's like I want to say it was like $5 one mile an hour over, but once you hit 30, it caps. So I was like, I guess that isn't that bad. So going 80 was the same.
I don't
going
think
100.
it's that way anymore. It can't be that way. They're losing tax money if they do it that way.
I think they don't expect you to drive 100 miles.
No, it's very hard to do that for the most part because you have traffic and highways and everything else.
That's probably why
it's almost impossible to do that unless you want to just run into the back of a wall or something. I mean, I don't know, man. That's crazy. That's super crazy, dude.
But that's something I did in my early 20s.
Yeah. Well, I mean, more power to you. In your 20s, you're going to be an idiot. You're going to say some dumb stuff. You're going to do some dumb stuff.
Or litter. They did a video.
Oh, it was a video. That there was the minute it got off, the minute it got off camera, there was a guy picking it up and putting it in a bag. Or a fan. But yeah.
I've pulled a car over before. I had somebody throw something out the window. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Like, you want me to get out? Get out. Go get it.
Well, I had one person do it, and I was like, and when we stopped at the light, I said, "Hey, mind going and getting that?" He was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Go pick that up." He goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Because 3 inches from your kneecap, there's a trash bag. So why did you throw it out the window? Douchebag." And he was like, "Come on, man, be a friend." I'm like, "No, that's some stupid shit." It's like, yeah, I understand it if this was 1965 or 72 and you didn't know any better and didn't care and you thought someone was going to come along and sweep it like there was some trash fairy who was like, "I'm so glad you gave me a job." Like, it's never happened. Why are you throwing that garbage on the ground? Stop being a douchebag. Yeah, I never liked that. And I think it was when you're a kid, you got hammered with those commercials with the Native American who cries. I'm pretty sure that's where,
Texas.
Dude, it hammered the crap out of us. Think about it. After every single cartoon, that commercial would pop up. And the Don't Mess with Texas one. Mm-hmm. Mainly the Native American man crying. It just broke me down. I was like, man, you were so sad about that trash. I get it, man. I get it.
My bad. I'm going to pick it.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you're a kid, you don't think about those things. But when you get hammered every day from 2:30 to 5:30 with commercials showing a grown man crying when someone spills or throws trash on the ground, you feel a certain way about it. You feel bad about it. You feel bad about it. That's why I don't think I really ever littered, period. I think the most I ever did was cigarette butts that were still lit because couldn't exactly put them in the trash can. Most cars at that point in time, there's a period of time where they weren't putting ashtrays in it. So that was about the most I did. But yeah, that was decades ago. I haven't even smoked in that long almost. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know new things are coming out. Go ahead and check out our sponsor, MK5 Studios, MK letter 5. the number 5 studios.com.
The letter cinco.
The letter cinco. But yeah, go check in the sponsor, and you guys have a great midweek. I think this is coming out Wednesday, so midweek.
Happy hump day.
Yeah. No, we don't talk about hump day. It's Monday. No, it's Wednesday. No. Yeah, just better health, better wealth, my friends. You have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.